Hey there, team, and welcome to something utterly dreadful. This is a battle from a little while ago now, in which we've got 5 Rohans on a siege attack against 2 Khans and a Rhun. So it's this battle was on Umad's channel, and I would really recommend you guys watch that one first if you have not already. Because I'll be much more sort of focusing on myself in this case, and we'll definitely be missing out on what our allies are up to a little bit. So over here we've got Sharkan, Jack Daniels, myself, Hulapuro, and I must have missed somebody. Who's over on the far side here? Aguilar, right, our saving grace, really. So I built my army with some Riddermark archers and Helmingus, Eastmark Spears there, Westmark Infantry, Shield Maidens, Middelsilt Guard, and the Helm's Hammers. Some Riddermark Axemen there, and then Westmark Marshals, along with some Westmark Spears, and 1 unit of Cavalry. Ally here, Jack Daniels, he's got 4 units of Cav, one of which is the 1st Marshal's Bodyguard. Nice Westmark Marshals and Riddermark Axemen battle line. Then, ooh, where the heck are you going? Am I blind? Oh yeah, of course you deployed them up here. Sharkan's up here with his Riddermark Axemen. Helmingus, Westmark Spears. Blob there of Westmark Marshals and such. Helm's Hammers, Westmark Spears, and Jack Daniels is coming up to join him now. But yep, not too much cav from him, which is nice to see. And then Aguilar with his Shield Maidens, Westmark Marshals, Helmingus again, Middelsilt Guard, Catapult actually, we were allowed to bring an Artillery Piece, double Riddermark Skirms, Eastmark Spearmen there, and yeah, lots and lots of Eastmark Spears, with the Riddermark Spearmen at the back, it looks like. Helm's Hammers there too. So, and then Hulapuro's army, I guess we should probably look at that. Yeah, it's right as the fjord, fold. We're, you know, Saxons and Celts. We're not Norwegians here. Riddermark Skirmishers, Sons of Eorl, Eastmark Horse Archers, Red Shields of Erkenbrand, Ered, Eastmark, Eastmark Scouts even, and so on and so forth. So, a lot of what I'll be focusing on this battle will be kind of, you can sort of tell from my voice, a lot of what I'll be focusing on is personal, I don't know how to describe it really, I guess emotional state. I find a big part of winning or losing a battle for me is, do I go into that battle with a belief that I am actually going to be able to win or lose, or if I'm actually going to be able to win. You know, you have a lot of battles, a lot of times in various games, but I find Total War in general, when your mind is focused, when you do believe you can win, you're going to be on the ball much better and you're going to be much more focused. Whereas this battle, I immediately wasn't. I saw that all-cav army and I almost quit the game at that point, which I don't usually like to do, you know, it's, well, I never do it, but I was close to doing it. So of course we had a grace period here. So Tommy's got his canned forces, his Nurad halberds and footmen. Variag bowmen, nomadic infantry there. A lot of Brotherhood boys, Brotherhood of the Spear as well, good idea. Storm Guard there, and a Brotherhood of the Wain. Nomadic Marauders in the back, and some Variag Cataphracts. His ally over here is, there we go, Grizzly Fox, another canned. He's got his Variag bowmen, nomadic infantry. Nice line of Nurad footmen there, halberds, nomadic marauders, Storm Guard, 2 of them, marauders there, and Brotherhood of the Spears. And then the runic forces led by Cole is Camel's Chosen, Gamprim, is Camel's Shadow Guard. I'm sure there are some Shadow Bows here, yep, we saw them. Flagrim, lots of Flagrim, some Scion Rim, and some Camel's Dragon Knights, and there is also the dreaded cannon. When we were kind of doing this one, this was, unfortunately, had 3 battles. This was the 3rd of 3 attempted battles. That was another thing that was sort of draining me of the will to fight, because we had 2 crashes, and in both of those previous fights, I had been doing very, very well before the crash. And in both of those times, I was playing as Rohan in a much more mixed army of attackers. And it was really... People just don't think that Rohan can be used in a siege, in defense or attack. People think of them and they think cavalry. So I really like to take them in a siege, partly to just show that it can be done, because it can be. And so yeah, it was... That's why I was taking it, and then suddenly there was the decision that we were all going to take Rohan, and I was like, okay, that's fine, that's a bit dicey, but if you're all going to be something, you know, it's always going to be difficult, unless you're all being Khazad-dûm or something like that. But yeah, so I wasn't like super excited about the idea of us all being Rohan, but I thought, okay, yeah, cool, this is a good opportunity. We can, if we all work together and we all think out our armies here, you know, Aguilar was explaining to everybody, you know, here's how you should construct your armies. Here's the best design. Really try to make sure you've got this amount of stuff, and try not to have more than, say, 2 units of cavalry. So Hulapuru, to his credit, he was saying in the team chat during the lobby that he was going to take an entire army of cavalry. We were telling him no, and we thought he was joking. I thought he was joking. So when we did start and he had brought that whole unit of cavalry, I was just kicking myself. I was like, he did say he was going to do it. We told him not to, but he did it. So I was just very, very aggravated. And as I say, I was almost dropping out. But hey, you got to hold out in these things. And I thought, you know, if I'm going to try and prove that Rohan can be used in a siege attack, then this is the best way to do it. When you've got just an invalid army, you know, in my brain at this point, it was a 4v3. I was trying to work this out and think, if Holopuru just is not here, can we win? I think I actually told him, I was very angry, I told him to just basically retreat, to just admit defeat and leave right there. But no, because I was a little bit annoyed. As well as that, we've kind of just lost this entire section here, because you know, Holopuru was deploying in this area, and he could have come up here and claimed this area, and we've lost it now. So that's another sort of aggravating thing. But hey, and then in the lobby phase as well, we thought, okay, this will be fun. If we're all Rohan, you guys can all be canned. But of course they decided, oh no, we can, one of us can be Rhun. We were like, of course, you want to be Rhun so that you can bring the Dragon's Breath cannon. Oh no, we wanna be Rhun just because it'll be fun. And I'm like, yeah, sure. But hey, that's fine. When we got to the point of this was the 3rd time of us trying to play a battle without it crashing, I just wasn't in the mood to complain. I was like, yeah, screw it. You know, if you want to have the Dragon's Breath cannon, just be truthful. You know, just you know, you don't want to be an Eastern Man alliance. You want to bring the cannon. But all in all, it makes some narrative sense to have Rhun and Can fighting side by side either way. So as I say, I'm just trying to explain my mental state as best I can going into this. And, you know, I was drained. And that's why I really was doing some stuff that definitely was not so smart. So I've got my Helmingus here, standing on the bridge, just trying to really tease out some shots from the Shadow Bows if we can, or just kill some of them. They've got some good shots here, and I think Jack Daniels is about to run across the bridge and try to grab them. The Gamp Rim there, though, so every shot as well, if I can hit a Gamp Rim with my Helmingus, I'm happy enough with that. So I'm going to be trying to move most of my forces across this bridge and claim this area, as I say, that Holopuru is left. I think, what's he got? Some cavalry coming on, but oh no, see, this is Aguilar. So, you know, Aguilar's really sort of on the ball here. When I was really letting this situation drain me and just, like, I want to just get it over with. Just do it. You know, like, Aguilar was just constantly on the ball and constantly just still trying to win. So really, really well done from him for being able to do that. Jack Daniels was at this point a brand new player, and that's but I would much prefer a brand new player to be on the attack rather than on the defense. It's there's very little that you can do to really screw up an attack. And so yeah, it's Aguilar that claims this area for me. So once he chases them off, I'm able to start moving my forces across this bridge. So once again, just, yeah, big shout to him, saving the day there. Really grateful for that. Brother of the Spear guarding this area along with the Brother of the Wain. You know, we should be able to shut that down. We should, if everybody did what they were meant to do and brought lots and lots of red marked skirmishers, you can destroy the Brother of the Wain. As I had done in both of the previous crashed games, I crushed them with my red marked skirmishers. So I was like, yeah, sure, we're going to easily be able to kill those chariots. They're not a threat to us. But anyway, Flag Rim backing up the Gap Rim. This is a very unpleasant front line to push through. A few of these shots coming into the red marked skirmishers. They've got a shield though and some semblance of armor, so they can take a bit of a beating, but definitely not what you want. So now I am rushing my boys across the bridge to try and claim this territory and get some shots down onto that flat ground here. Unlike a lot of the time in Mistrand, the defenders were really wanting to hold this area, which I like. They had, of course, had to sacrifice the entire other section, but you often see them just sort of fall back to, say, this point here, or over at this, and at this point here. But because they've held this area, they're able to do some interesting stuff later on, which I'll try to point out. We're all still just shuffling up into position. Hulapuru's emerged so far with some horse archers. You know, as I say, they're going to try and do the job that normal archers, foot archers, would be able to do 100 times better, but that's fine. Got to do what you got to do. Got to have the whole cav army. Helmingus here, just trying to tease some shots into the, get shot at a little bit, but mainly unload a lot of fire into Cole. I really am being a bit of an asshole here to Hulapuru. I don't mean to do that, but it's just, it was a bit of a nuisance for us. And yeah, we play this game to have fun. That's a big part of it. And as he did tell us, had I thought he was being serious, I would have just complained. I wouldn't have readied up. I would have been like, nah, mate, ain't happening. But that's the way it be sometimes. Try to get some shots into the Gamprim as they're falling on back. Yeah, I was happy enough with how that whole situation went. You know, I just nibble away at them bit by bit. We had to be cautious. Even though I was a bit aggravated, I knew that, you know, I couldn't let my frustration bubble up too much. I had to be careful. Varia Cataphracts came on down looking for a target, but there was a lot of cavalry and a lot of spearmen ready for him. And right now it's kind of gearing up that Sharkan and Agalar primarily are going to be coming on down this way. Jack Daniels is going to be coming down this bridge, and I'm going to be attacking from this area, and Hulapur is just going to do what he can in support, with Agalar supporting me as well over here as I continue to get set up. So these shadow bows get some good shots on my men as they're sort of crossing the bridge. I try to respond to them, and doing alright. I'm landing a few hits on them, but all in all, he's definitely killing me quite quick. What's he going for here? The Shield Maidens? Or just the Helmingus? Nope, Shield Maidens, yeah. Very unpleasant, especially because I always give my Shield Maidens a melee upgrade. You know, just because it turns them from being kind of just meh in melee to being, you know, you can do it. You know, they can actually face off against some half-decent units. So I don't really want to see all of them drop there, even if they are mainly used for the throwing axes. So I've got my Helmingus firing away at him, but it's just a frustrating thing, you know, that I've sort of moved myself over here and he is able to sort of blast me when I'm coming across the bridge and so on. I would have really liked to have just say, if I had spawned over here and just been able to move in or hide my units behind wherever else I wanted to, instead of having to bottle myself up like Jack Daniels is doing coming across that bridge and getting minced by them. Some air red are coming over here. Shield Maidens are leading the way, which is definitely a sound strategy in a siege, and throwing off their axes into the Gamp Rim. So this is definitely not a fun situation for those Gamp Rim. Throwing axes are the bane of phalanx units. These nomadic infantry can definitely stand their ground in an engagement like that. And the Brotherhood of the Wain are just tearing through us. Poor Agalar here, that's unfortunate, but there's no excuse for this. We and the Varia Cataphracts too. Nothing. Like this is we shouldn't have let this happen over here. We had so many tools to answer to this, or should have had so many tools to answer to this, and they're just tearing through us, you know. But as I say, it's that's just the way it be sometimes, you know. So these horse archers totally unsupported by any sort of Riddermark skirmishers. Any knights? No, it's all lancers. Lancers are great in a siege. They've always got so much maneuverability to use lancers in a siege. Oh, the Riddermark cav, that's great. Great counter to the knights, I guess. Yeah, they'll come in for an amazing charge against the Varia Cataphracts who have an anti-cavalry bonus and just slicing through them like nothing. But hey, you know, it'd be that way sometimes. Brother to the Spear catching them too, that'll be a good, sizable, quite expensive unit just broken for a lot gained actually, I should say that. Yeah, they've gained a lot being used like that. And so over here, I get my Shield Maidens of Rohan. Just continuing to try and whittle through him. It's a bit cheeky. Like, it's not the most exciting way to fight, but it's kind of how you've got to do it sometimes. Just poke your head out, throw some stuff at the enemy front line, poke your head back in. It's very sort of rude hour strategy, but that's kind of how you have to play the early game of a siege when you're playing as Rohan. You just don't have the numbers that other factions have, and you don't have the heavy armor that other human factions have to really just blast through these front lines. You have to throw stuff at them. You have to kind of treat yourself as a wild man. Oh, those Riddermark cavalry managed to survive. That's good. And Eastmark spears there, doing their part. But still, these bloody Brother of the Wayne are running riot over here. And oh, this was me being dumb. This was me just screw. As I say, I was just kind of in not care mode. And you're just throwing my boys, just trying to get them up to the front line. I didn't care if they were getting screwed up by the bridges. It was just like, yeah, blah, 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 blah. So that was me noticing that they weren't actually trying to cross the bridge. So I was pulling them on back. Brother of the Wayne returning once again after a successful attack. They should have only been allowed to do that once, but they've done it 3 times now, which is insane. And all the while they're firing off those crossbows at us. It's bloody brutal. We're at 7 for 7 though, so all in all, not bad. You know, for as bad as this really is looking, we're doing okay. And Shield Maidens here just rattling axes into Cole's flag rim. I know it's coming into their left side, so their shields are coming into play, and I try to maneuver them around the back here just to get a better hit on them. But the Helmingus, you know, they're decent enough in a melee fight, and all I'm trying to do is hold the flag rim there. I'm not trying to kill them in melee. And then he pulls himself off to go and attack my Shield Maidens, but a good volley. Oh, I think that was an interrupted volley. But still, I give these girls a melee upgrade so that they can kind of hold their own in this fight. And then getting backstabbed by the Helmingus, I was pretty happy with that. Jack Daniels' Shield Maidens, I think they were coming up here. Oh yeah, he is actually launched into a bit of an attack, but unfortunately it just didn't really play out too well. This is another thing, I just wasn't communicating. I was shutting down. Like, as cruel as I'm being to other people, I'm really wanting to be cruel to myself here. Because I was not on my prime. Definitely not. Like, my emotional state plays a very, very big role in how well I play in a battle. And I was shutting down. Aguilar was trying his best. He was constantly communicating, constantly, okay, you know, here's what we need to do now, here's what we need to do now. And I was like, I should have been doing that, or I should have at least been engaging in that. I wasn't. I was just kind of like, I was happy enough being like, this is my attack. Everybody else go away. Everybody else lose the battle elsewhere. I'll win here. You know? But yeah, Jeepers' sake, it was bad. So that was, I didn't say that to them, but that was my mental state at the time. Those Flagrim have actually killed off quite a lot of my Shield Maidens, but all in all, I was happy enough with it. They're dishing out a few kills in return. And with the Gamp Room coming forward, though, that changes things. All the while, I've got this threat of the bloody Rangers up there, so I've got to keep the Helmingus back. Just every time those oh god, Dragon's Wrath crossbows are sitting there too. Every time the Shadow Woes pop up, these Helmingus are sent to attack them, just to try and scare them away. Now, there's only 35 of those Shield Maidens left, and they still do have throwing axes left, so I can't have that unit destroyed there. But we kind of are getting a bit of a surround on those Gamp Rim. Riddermark Axemen coming forward just to get a surround here, and if I can just delete that unit, just little by little, Golden Boys are dying, and I'm feeling good about that. You know, we're doing something. Over here, Varia Cataphracts are still alive. Aguilar's trying his best to chase them off with the Eastmark spears, but low quality spears like that, they're up against knights is a very tough engagement. Eastmark spears here as well, engaging the Variag bowmen, but Variag bowmen with that armor upgrade, my money's probably on them to beat the Eastmark spears, in all honesty. Especially with this sort of numbers difference, but the Eastmark spears will kill off a few of them, and it's mainly to stop them from firing, because right now they were getting a great shot on Aguilar. We need more boys here, we need more troops, but the problem is, of course, we've got one entirely cavalry-oriented army. We don't have the numbers there. What are we at now generally? 15 for 10, so we've just dropped massively there. And a lot of that is because my Riddermark Axemen were just taking an absolute beating here from the concentrated fire of Tommy Wiseau. So I just wanted to bolt out. We did okay there, but I didn't want that. I didn't want my attack here to collapse. I don't have enough troops over here because I'm having to come over bit by bit because of fear of those rangers. So, and also because I'm just kind of not caring, you know, like I move across a troop and I'm just like, alright, fuck it, you know, it is what it is, instead of coming over like in an organized fashion. So I need to get out, and I couldn't risk losing the shield maidens, who are having a bit of fun just massacring this one guy. That's actually kind of cool. Damn, no, if I could have gotten a good shot of her just skewering this guy's back, that could have been a good shot, but no, we'll look for something else in the future. Shadow bows have popped up. I'm a little bit late to see them. I've actually moved my Helmingus forward, and because I was like, okay, cool, well, I need another unit of Helmingus here to put fire down, and I forgot that I've got nothing else there then. So he's able to rattle some shots at whatever he really pleases. Aguilar's bringing his Riddermark skirmishers back. I'm very grateful for his support, but now that I've got a few troops over there, I don't need him as much. And he could probably use them over there just in case those bloody chariots pop their faces on back down. Let's zoom on out a little bit. There is a bit of a confrontation. These Variag bowmen are really getting so close. Riders of the Fold, putting ammunition down. Riddermark skirmishers. Where are the Lancers? Hello. Like, this is the Lancer job. But no, oh, the Lancers, I forgot the Lancers were used to counter the Knights. Yeah, damn it, of course. Yeah, oh well. So that's the way it be. Lancing this stuff down would be so easy. But hey, I know they'd run away from it, but still, they're getting shot down and such. But the Riddermark skirmishers, just had they been Helmingus instead, not the Riddermark skirmishers, sorry, the horse archers, the Riders of the Fold. But yeah. Then over here, Jack Daniels is coming over this way. That's actually not a bad charging target, the Flag Rim. But I don't know where those guys came down. I don't know if they came across Jack Daniels' bridge or if they came across mine. But yeah, coming across my shield maidens. Once again, a nice blob crossing the bridge for the Rangers to see. I should be running these guys, especially since it's yeah, you can see I'm just not caring. I've got my shield maidens mixed in with my Meadowsailed Guard. That's a dumb move. When you know Rangers are about, just send people across piece by piece. Helmingus there. Do they still have ammo? Yeah, they do. There's still something. But I don't really want to show their faces out here because such a small unit could be destroyed quite quickly. And I can't... Yeah, my Helmingus are kind of going back and forth because shadow bows have popped up. Helmingus need to be targeting those shadow bows right now. We're taking fire here. Meadowsailed Guard, nice bit of armor and a shield there. As long as they're not getting a perfect shot right through my Meadowsailed Guard, I'm okay with them shooting at them. Shield maidens, though, they're dropping like flies. Definitely a lot less armor on those girls. Shield maidens here, 20 of them left. Not too many more axes to throw, but with 20 models in the unit, they'll be throwing for a little while. Riddermark skirmishers here, charging forward to engage the nomadic infantry. They can do something with those big axes, definitely armor piercing, but it's a bit, it's just a bit messy, and I'd probably want to save them just for, you know, countering cavalry in a sally right now. You know, I think you've got the air raid. I know he's probably wanting to save the air raid for later, but nah, damn. Was he? Yeah, no. Well, shield maidens of Rohan from Aguilar coming up now. So anything here really is a decent target. Nomadic infantry even, I'd be happy enough throwing an axe in their face. We'd really want them to be going into the Nurad halberds. A lot of arrows coming into Tommy Wiseau's forces here though, but definitely if you can get the Nurad halberds, that's a nice target. We'll have a look at something like that. Looks kind of, doesn't look too fancy, but it looks kind of nice. What we got here, an engagement. Jack Downs is coming across the bridge again, but The problem, this is just a new player thing. It wasn't, he was showing some good initiative, which is, you know, tougher for a new player, but he just wasn't doing so great. And this was the thing as well, like, I had a new player right next to me. I was seeing him, I was watching him make mistakes, and I was saying nothing. So like this was as much on me as it was on him. You know, I really should have been like, hey mate, don't do that. Just wait. And yeah, I've got my Eastmark Spears with an armor upgrade actually. I don't usually use the Eastmark Spears, but I just thought, you know, I'll test them out and see how I do with them. Yeah, good little javelin volley there into the flag rim. Those shields though, and a lot of them are getting back up after it, and they only really get 2 volleys from those javelins. Yeah, but decent bit of damage there. And that's, oh no, a few of them still have some more to go. And I think that's surely the amount of ammunition now. No? Wow, Eastmark Spears, well done. I guess they've lost a few of their men, so that's why. And little by little, just trim those guys down. So it's not all about just killing off the flag rim there. I'm sure a lot of them are pretty badly wounded. And that counts. So only 9 shield maidens there. They've got their axes still though, so I need to make sure they use up their ammo. What are we at now? 23 for 17. Not actually too bad in terms of percentages. I definitely have been in positions with worse. The Scion Rim mixing up with the Nurad Footmen really means that we can't just charge these guys down. But great shooting from those shield maidens into these guys. Very sort of high value targets there. Riddermark skirmishers, they're getting engaged by the Nurad Footmen. You know, we really just don't have enough boots on the ground up in this area. It's all cavalry or archers, you know, so they are able to just mess us up with stuff like this, these little sort of attacks. There's no infantry to counter it. Yeah, Helmingus, Air Red in the back there. But where are the boys? Where's the Westmark infantry? I don't know. It's okay. It's the way it be. And all in all, though, these guys are taking a lot of fire, but they're just butchering. This is just an absolute butcher fest. The Riddermark Spears are here, I guess. Yeah, that's a fair point. They'll hold the line for a little while, and just it's better than just targeting down infantry. There's a bit of a counter charge here as well. These Riddermark Spears. See, so the enemy's counter charging. We're not doing anything over here. We need more. Just this is a great opportunity. Okay, great. The Air Red are coming forward, but there's his brother to the spear there. Nice, good charge, GG. Yeah, charging through their own men there, slowed them on down, and now this brother to the spear, so they're dead. That's a very important unit, just lost a good chunk of its number. Okay, no, they got away with losing about 10. And now the counter charge is continuing, and they're going to charge right into the Riddermark skirmishers, who are not going to stop them. And then there's nothing else around them. Great, GG. Over here, Arid have come on forward. Could maybe use a few could use a few charges in the back, but okay, good, they're coming in. Nice, thank you very much, Jack Daniels. Once again, I definitely didn't tell him to do that. I was not, yeah, no, okay, good stuff. Gee, very nice, Jack Daniels, thank you so much for that. Because they were actually winning that engagement up against my Westmark infantry and my Eastmark spears. That little armor upgrade is not going to be doing too much against all of the armor piercing here that Rhun has brought to bear. But yep, we've gotten the best of them, so we will be pushing on through soon, finally claiming this area, I hope. Air Red once again pulling on back to come in for another charge, as long as they don't break. Good. Looks like the Shadow Guard turned around to try and face them. I think they targeted the flag rim there with that charge, so that's a shame. And now they're just sort of getting shot down, but that's not their fault. Must be crossbows. Oh, I don't know. Hey, slipped through my Riddermark Axemen just to try and catch these guys. They're locked morale, those Camel Shadow Guard, but we will kill them all the same. Wow, those Era didn't rout. Good on them. So they're doing all right. Yeah, so it's this crossbow fire that's going to be mincing us. But luckily they're unarmored, so I can shoot them down. Don't have too much more ammunition to do so, but I can try. Yeah, so it's the cavalry trying to hold the line, and against Scion Rim, god damn it, team. So yeah, it's just a massacre. It's just an absolute massacre with very, very little gained. Riddermark Spears still holding. Like, this is, you know, the spearmen, sure, they're never going to be able to rack up that many kills, but that's not what a siege is about a lot of the time. It's, oh, my boy! Once again, oh, that was maybe a little bit friendly fire, but hey, we can ignore that. It was to his own troops, so, you know. Yeah, was that a break? Yeah, it's a break. That's a big unit of Scion Rim to break. So we need to try and punish that, because they'll just maybe run away and then come back from routing. But Helm's Hammer's there from Sharkan, good elite unit there. I know the armor piercing of the Norad Footman is going to get through a lot of that, but they're still beefy as hell. It only removes half of the armor at the end of the day. A lot of people sort of sometimes think, I sometimes phrase it in that manner, that armor piercing just makes armor nothing. It doesn't. It just weakens it a lot. Oh wow. It's like, yeah, this is a good break, good stuff, and Air Red actually pushing through. So here's where I would feel. Yeah, the halberds are there, dude. I don't know. He's about to get caught. He's about to get caught by the halberds. I don't know, man. Yeah, so that's another unit sort of deleted. Because he's got so much cav, he's able to be risky with them. But the problem is, you know, GG killed 10 varied bowmen. You know, I don't know, man. I would have maybe run on through, turned around, and slammed them in the back with, like, close range charges. Because even if you're not like charging down properly, getting your lances down, you will you'll provide this really fear, like a lot of fear. This guy is going crazy. He is absolutely, yeah, he's just going for it right now. I've never really seen that sort of bugged movement there from horses. But well, on this far side, I'm sending for my Westmark Marshals, just sort of right into the jaws of these crossbows. Now this is why I think it's a good idea to, they do it even more brutally soon, but this is why I think it's a good idea to try and sort of hold this area, because you're fighting me down here and you just have this perfect shot from up there with the Dragon's Breath cannon and from here with the crossbows, and you're just absolutely rattling into me. I'm trying to respond with my Elmingas, but I'm just not able to do much. And I kind of see that he's sort of targeting me with his Dragon's Breath, but we've got to get through that ammunition. Even if he did get a damn good shot on me here. Beautiful move. Like I say, that's what I mean. Jack Daniels, his intuitions are good. When he's actually fighting, he does know how to maneuver his troops. I think although he was new to Reforged at this time, I don't think he's definitely not new to Total War. Like, he knows what he's doing. You know, he's charging these men in and out as well, so it's, yeah, he's, I'm talking pretty harshly of him, but like, he does know what he's doing. He's not sure what units are capable of, that's all. And so that's why he's having a few issues here. But that's the problem we see with a lot of guys that come from either from the standard Medieval 2 and start playing Reforged, or they come from one of the other Total War games and start playing Reforged. You know, they just don't know what units do, and they just struggle because a unit that maybe looks like it's maybe is not so good ends up crushing them, or it has a special ability that crushes them. So yeah, that's just an issue. And it's why I will always say to people, like, when you start playing Reforged, just watch a few of Umad's videos. Umad does these very long intros, which are fantastic, you know, and it really sort of explains all of these units, what they're capable of, and so on. So just watch like 3 videos from Umad, and you know what's going on then. But a lot of people just don't want to do that, and that's fair enough, because it's a big time sink. I understand, but you know, just you'll stop yourself from suffering a lot. This is a great target. That's so unfortunate for that catapult. One of them hit here, like one of them hit there, and one of them hit back here. Whereas you just needed one shot right into the blob there, and that could have been beautiful. Good fire arrows from Aguilar's Helmingas here, though, right into these guys. And we've actually been losing ground here. We've killed a lot for it. We're at 45 for 38, which once again is not too bad, but it's starting to get to the point where I'm a bit scared. I get my Rinnemark Skirmishers, my only unit of cavalry forward, just to try and back up this attack. I know I'm taking crossbow fire and archer fire from up top, but I've just got to crush these guys, got to really gain this ground and pull a lot more attention over here. So these crossbows, they were out of ammunition, of course. Shadow Guard grabbing around my marshals. I definitely have too many units. Okay, good. I did pull off something and send them on over here. The Nomadic Marauders are coming on over to start throwing their javelins at me, but I can't get to them, and I can't really shoot them. So I've kind of just got to take this. Baltroth Tribesmen, luckily they're out of ammunition now, though. What am I throwing my... Yeah, I had to throw my javelins up at the shadow bows, which maybe that was not a good idea considering how much ammunition they've already used, but yeah, it's what I went for. These sort of little decisions that you make in the heat of battle, you can never really be too sure if you're doing the right thing or not, but yeah. Helmingus here out of ammunition. I was pretty confident in my ability with Helmingus to just mow through a lot of the Baltroth tribesmen. You know, with that sort of numbers difference, they're probably not going to win, but like I was happy enough with it. These strong crossbows survived for so long before they broke. I was shocked by that. But we're cutting our way through them. And it's a bit of panic right now for the defenders, which is really the first time that we've made them feel a bit of panic over here. You know, the boys over here have broken. They've been mucking about in the back and forth for a while. And Hulapuru, this is really where we need him to just swamp forward, you know, with his cavalry. Because they're getting so many of these Shadow Guard, these Baltroth tribes. I know they're just fodder at this point, but, you know, they're getting them all away. A good charge into the back of these Marauders would be nice. Stop a lot of my boys dying. The Red Shield of Urkabran are coming forward, but they're being used as horse archers, which I know they are, but like just something to engage them. And this was really, once again, Agalar leading the way with communications and just basically saying, you know, push. We need to punish this. We need to grab the skirmish. We need to grab these rangers. We've got a goal right now as they're running. So he's basically telling us to charge, and I agree with him. So I'm grabbing everything I have and throwing in. And this is for the first time in the battle, you know, 49 for 46. This is the first time in the battle that I'm like, wait, can we actually win? You know, can this happen? And so I changed my mindset for, as I say, and I'm a lot, we're probably going to see me do a lot more dumb stuff even now, but like I was a bit more focused, and I just grabbed everything I could and started rushing forward. Agalar doing what he can here, grabbing these shadow bows, but they're just able to get away. I get my skirmishers in there. They respond with a Varia Cataphracts. I don't care. My big ol' axe will crack through that, you know, knight armor. We try to push in a little bit further, as I say, just to grab the shadow bows, hoping to break them. But I think they might be... Oh, wait, no. He was wavering. I don't know if shadow bows are locked morale or not. But, yeah, so definitely got myself in a bit of a dicey spot, though, there. That was a goof move. I was a bit too aggressive. And caught myself in with the Variags and then the Flagrim on the other side. But it held those guys in place, and we're getting some actual infantry forward now. And once again, this was kind of where we faltered in communication, or where I faltered in communication again, because we weren't really telling Jack Daniels what's happening, you know, and what we need to do now. So Jack Daniels was still in this kind of slow skirmishing mode and like bit by bit type of mode, whereas we've just started the push, and Hulapur is even joining us over here with his Riddermark Cav, which is not bad, but the Scion Rimmer here, dude. But yeah, it's so I'm getting my Riddermark Axeman around. Just want to kill these Flag Rim, keep pushing forward, and just absolutely, you know, envelop these guys by the looks of things. Jack Daniels is coming forward with a few units, of course, but we need to really get stuck in now. And I think over on the other side, it's a lot more skirmish heavy over here, which is allowing Agalar to put a lot more of his micromanagement abilities over on First Marshal's Bodyguard. Oh damn it, why are they over there? But hey, it be that way sometimes. And yeah, so we are just messing them around there, but we really want to gain some ground here and just kill, to make use of this. We're 52 for 50, so we're almost, you know, neck and neck right now. But a lot of javelins coming at us from those nomadic marauders. Very bloody to my poor Riddermark Axeman. I don't want my Riddermark Axeman slamming right into the front of a phalanx like that. But so I just really want to surround this Flag Rim force, get them deleted. Jack Daniels is coming forward with his Riddermark archers, to be honest, but you know, as I say, we didn't really communicate with him properly that like we need everything up here right now. So that was why he was a little bit slower off the mark. Midfield Guard now, just, I don't really mind. I'm happy enough if they kill some Loke units. I want them to be killing off these Storm Guard, of course, but anything right now. We just need to gain them. We need to hold the momentum because we're losing it right now. Hulapuru's First Marshal's Bodyguard dead. They've achieved great things, I'm sure. And Sons of Eol standing by. Brother to the spear. About to get attacked by some Westmark Marshals. To be honest, those Westmark Marshals will kill quite a few of the Brother to the Spear, but they can maybe use... Wow! Super spawn, my dude! The flag bearer and this guy just powered their way all in there. He's just massacring boys. That's quite impressive. Okay. Maybe not the best strategy there from Aguilar, but well, they're holding them in place, and now the Shield Maidens are coming up. They're out of ammunition. Had they come in together, like a little bit closer to each other, I would have maybe felt a bit more confident about that. But I think that was just a loss of micro. Like, he gave that order and then he focused over here, which I do that a lot. My boys are doing all right, and we're just slicing through them. And now is when I sort of noticed it. Do it? Where is it, boy? No, that's fine. But yep, Mid-Distilled Guard out of ammunition now, unfortunately, having to come on in right there. Could I have gotten them around the side? If I had gotten them around the side, then I'm kind of baiting Nomadic Marauder fire. But kind of just all I'm doing, putting them in here is probably for the best. So we don't have the high ground, but in all honesty, that's not a bad thing, because this slope is allowing us to keep safe from enemy. Well, it's allowing us to throw stuff at them, and it's keeping. Oh, I said that. Damn, no, it really isn't. Yeah, ouch! My poor Mid-Distilled Guard are eating those Nomadic Marauder shots. The Riddermark archers are helping us out. My few remaining Shield Maidens are doing what they can over here too. But no, we're getting pretty minced, and the momentum is dying out. Oh, good stuff from the catapult there. Sort of tearing right through that line. We're at 57 for 54 now. These Shield Maidens, good morale on the Shield Maidens. Definitely this is not a fight that they can really win up against the Brotherhood Spears, but they'll hold them, and they'll kill off a few. And Sharkan's got his Shield Maidens coming up now, so they will be able to throw some stuff away. Over here now. Nomadic Marauders, great sight to see them getting thrown into melee. Very, very grateful for that. This looks kind of nice, actually. Because I want it to be themed like, yeah, this is a Rohan attack, and that looks pretty good. Helm's Hammer is now coming forward. This is where my general is. I'm really low on numbers now, and the reason I got him over there was because I started to see the Dragon's Breath cannon moving. Now, I knew that Dragon's Breath cannon is wanting to get over to here and then shoot me down the line and just eviscerate what's left of my army. So I got my my Helm's Hammers, got them into shield wall, and I started trying to push. Because I need to push from here so into here where I'm actually covered by that sort of rock formation. So the only shield wall unit that I've got right now is my Helm's Hammers. So we're gaining ground. We're not really killing off that many of them, but we've just got to get stuck in. So it's just a push. It's a mad push just to gain this ground. Because I do not want my Mid-Distilled Guard. I do not want my Helm's Hammers or anything here to get blasted by the Dragon's Breath cannon. Maybe I should have had my Riddermark on. Yeah, everything. Yeah, I grabbed everything now and tried to push in. Oh, actually, no. Did I give up? No, I think I gave up for a split second and was like, nope, do it. So I'm squishing as tight as I can. Just get out of the way of the cannon. It's thinking about it. So look, we've sort of already pushed in. My Helm's Hammers are stuck in there now, and we're pushing through. Oh, my boy! Ouch! What hit you? Well, the Storm Guard are coming in, but from his back, so he's trying to get back to his buddies. This one, well, these two Riddermark Axemen do not care. They're trying to hold them back. Oh, it'd be an absolute chat if he killed the dude. But no, he's surrounded by Storm Guard. Nah, my dude, it's okay. You did your best. We missed it there, but you can see the smoky remains. He did try to have a shot, and he could have hit some stuff, but lucky for me, I was just deep enough in to avoid it. So I was chuffed to bits with that. But as cool as that kind of was, and how much ground I did sort of take there, well, I say that like it's a lot of ground. I think I probably took about 5 meters. The Nurad Storm Guard will stop that. So we're kind of chuffed to bits, but we're probably going to get stopped again. We got the Riddermark Archers here. I got my Shield Maidens, and once again, Aguilar's coming over to help us out, and he's going to throw his javelins right into the face of the Storm Guard, which is just what we need. I get my Helm's Hammers out of shield wall to just have them engaging normally now, but that armor-piercing attack from the Nurad Storm Guard And this is a high damage armor-piercing attack too. And more Stormguard coming forward now. So that's 2 units up against my kind of busted up Helm's Hammers and my very busted up Medicilled Guard. So it's not a fight I can win. But we're just engaging them, holding them, and hopefully killing off as much as we can. While over here, Shah Khan is bringing in the bulk of his forces now. And we've still got... Yeah, Shah Khan's got a decent whack in reserve. Ready for the final push over on that end. We're at 63 for 61, so we're still keeping it really, really close. Jack Daniels... So yeah, Jack Daniels was right here. And now this is actually the freaking fear from that cannon. But anyway... this was once we were failing to explain to Jack Daniels just how kind of important it was that we needed him up here, and he's coming up now. But as I say, it was just this is already too late. The momentum is gone, and it's the Shield Maidens. These 9 Shield Maidens have used up all of their ammunition. Shows you sort of how desperate that is. My Red Axemen are running away. It's the Medicilled Guard backed up by the Helm's Hammers. Like, they'll get a few more kills, but up against this really organised battle line of Murad Stormguard, some Gamp Rim coming forward now, this is not a fight we can win. So just holding the line while the Riddermark Archers get off a few more hits, and the issue now is Jack Daniels is coming forward with more men, but it's... Ooh. Who was that? Was that mine? Because that would have been my general, but the announcer seemed to think it was an ally. Oh well. it was something like that. So, oh good. Well, Aguilar once again. Jeepers sake, Aguilar. We would have been dead in the water, like right off the bat, if Aguilar wasn't on our team. Legitimately, yeah. So he's got his Medicilled Guard there, but the thing is, they're gaining ground really fast now. So the Riddermark Axemen are just needing to be there to hold the line, while Aguilar's Medicilled Guard try to unload fire onto the Storm Guard, or anything really at this point. The Riddermark Skirmishers, I'm sure they're out of ammunition. Yeah, they are. But no. Oh, wait, where the hell are they? All the other boys. Ah, damn. I think he's hiding from the cannon. But yeah, as I say, this was on us. Like, if Jack Daniels' Shield Maidens were over here now. But this was just us not really explaining to him, like, look, get over here now. You know? Because these Medicilled Guard have been grabbed now. The Riddermark Axemen are actually doing really quite well, but that's just because Cole is pushing his men through. And good stuff from Medicilled Guard, killing off the Storm Guard left and right, and even the Brother to the Axe is a good target. They'll go down real quick to the high damage javelins. But the massive attack on this side, led by, well, anchored by the Helm's Hammers. Oh dear, that's one of us gone. No prizes. Okay, no, I don't know who it is. Helm's Hammers there, pushing deep. I think that was me. Why does it think I'm an ally? No, that was definitely me that was gone. Oh well, either way. Great push over here now. Helm's Hammers making some significant ground. Just the massive Shah Khan's forces, backed up by a few units from Aguilar. A lot of javelins trying to stop the Horde, or the Swarm, but it's just not going to work out. Great push by the Riddermark's Spearmen. Who is leading that? I think Riddermark's Aguilar once again doing the right thing. And this is almost breaking. The Dragon's Wrath crossbows, though, are freaking frightening when they've got a shot like this. We don't have anything left to shoot at them. They're just tearing right through the line. Helmingus, actually, going to be opening fire back at them. Right now, coming into the Nurad Footmen, I'd really be wanting to go for the Dragon's Wrath crossbows if I could reach them. And I'd probably cut off fire at will just to send more shots downrange faster. But this is some significant ground being taken here. And we're really getting around them. And once again, this was a point where I was like, criminy, we're going to win. Red Shields of Erkenbrand from Hulapuro. That was a general dropped there, which is not good. But yeah, Dragon's Breath can trying to maneuver around, but with the Helm's Hammers in the back line, the Red Shields of Erkenbrand in the back lines now, alongside the Helm's Hammers, this is really where it gets brutal. Because those Red Shields of Erkenbrand should hopefully be able to maneuver around, get some cycle charging into the Dragon's Wrath crossbows. Should be able to maybe... they're running the Dragon's Breath cannon away now. But, yeah, great. Fantastic. Hit the crossbows. I know the footmen are going to come in, but Aguilar's got in your... He's getting your back. Great stuff. So that just stops them shooting. Yeah, Holopour is doing his job. He's doing it pretty well. Varia Cataphracts now pushing downhill, and the problem is just, although this is good quality infantry, it's not elite, and they're facing off against knights, and they're facing off against Stormguard. Once again, a very risky pick in the sense of the First Marshal's Bodyguard. If I could have seen anybody's army, and if they had picked First Marshal's Bodyguard, and if I could have just removed it and replaced it with an Eastmark Spearman, I would have. I genuinely would have. It's just not good. Great unit for an open field, not what we needed here. Killed off a few of the Varia Cataphracts there, though, to be honest. But they'll die in droves to the Stormguard. And what the hell happened to the Red Shields? Oh god, they got massacred. Got caught by the halberds and the camels chosen. That's too bad. But the push definitely has been neutered there now. The Nurad force is held, as is their nature. They're very damn good at just holding the line. And the Dragon's Breath is still staying back. Actually, no, it's gonna try and force its way around now, as the path is clear. Only really a few Helm's Hammers remaining in its way, but they won't last too much longer. Helmingus coming on forward. Helm's Hammers from Sharkan, and it looks like all of Sharkan's reserves, along with the Sons of Aeol, are coming up now. I would probably just get everything going. Westmark Marshals too. I think just feeding it in bit by bit right now is not what we need. We need to just flood it. We're at 78 for 78. We're actually tied for the first point in a very long time. Westmark Marshals doing all right here, but I'm surprised they're not winning that engagement. Why aren't they? I guess it's just the Stormguard are very damn good up against them. But no, if Jack Daniels can just keep this force here, just hopefully delete it for losing. If he loses all of his men, but at least if he deletes what's there, then that's probably not too bad. Catapult crew from Aguilar, at least he was able to use up all of his ammo. Sons of Aeol, they kind of have a bit of freedom here. They can maybe get around, try to slam into some stuff back here. Definitely don't want to go into the Stormguard. There's still the Varia Cataphracts remaining, but they're pretty badly wounded by this point. They've been used very well. And they have been hit quite badly a few times. Camel's Dragon Knights, though, they're still pretty damn sturdy. And as the Dragon's Breath Cannon is moving on around. So there is a decent push here, primarily by Sharkan now. I'm seeing a handful of Aguilar's forces, but it's mainly Sharkan pushing this. He's coming with a good push with his Westmark Spearmen, which is definitely what you want, and the Helm's Hammers too. You know, you want to get just embedded inside of them in this attack, and you really want to get stuck right in their faces and just tear them apart. The Camel's Dragon Knights are going to be able to do some good work against you, but with the amount of spearmen that Rohan can generally bring to bear, it's nothing. It's definitely an easy thing to counter. We're at 83 for 81, which once again is not a million miles off. Some more troops have had to come down here to fight Jack Daniels. And, oh good, Tommy's actually coming with a... Oh, we just saw that. Yeah. So this was it. This was the end. We just lost... Actually, not that much in terms of percentages, but it was the break that was caused there. And these units are now sort of alone. Immediately went from them having, like, certain victory to having, like, no sir. And there's a counter charge coming in now by Grizzly. Shield Maidens are routing. They're pretty hard to break. And it wasn't looking too good from that point on. Over on this end, yeah, the reinforcements were just a bit too much. Shield Maidens of Rohan coming over by Jack Daniels. Don't know how much ammunition they... no, they're definitely out of ammo. They're getting sent on in. But backing these guys up, there's still so many bloody Stormguard standing their ground. So it's just a case of holding their attention. Sons of the Aeol, just not really able... The Stormguard are really in their way. And, Shield Maidens, okay. Still with some ammunition. Good target. Yeah, well, I mean, it's Nurad Footmen. They're nice shield to be able to help them out, but you gotta do what you can. Yeah, dropping them here and there. And Westmark Marshals coming on in behind. As I say, it's... In hindsight, it's of course a very good thing that he kept them in reserve, and maybe he did keep them in reserve because of the cannon. But yeah, like I would have sent them in. yes, they would have probably been massacred by the cannon, but yeah, oh well, we didn't know that at the time. Everything's just launching its way forward. Unfortunately, those shield maidens are out of ammunition, and it's just the phalanx that is arrayed against us. Sharkan's doing the right thing. He's picking a point and really just trying to break through it, but oh, crumbs. Oh, good miss, but the second one surely won't. Whoa! That was lucky for us. That was really, really lucky for us. As he's able to break on through that right side, surely. Oh wow, that's a very thin... I guess it is the brother to the spear standing in their way, backed up by some storm guards, so they're not really going to want to break. But still, just this good circle there, he's going to fight for a little while longer. Baltroth tribesmen still sending their javelins flying, and that's that line finally broken. Medicilled guard from Sharkan, Medicilled guard from Jack Daniels. Fucking... Aye. This was just... when I was dead as well, I think when I died, I just left and made myself a cup of tea. Like, I didn't... whereas I really should have stayed around and stayed on Overwatch and just assisted Jack Daniels and just been like, look, you know, I'm your blooming mentor right now, and I'm gonna try and tell you what to do. But so this is on me. Like, it was very clear right at the start. Like, he said that he was pretty damn new, so like we should have been helping him out a fair bit more. And it was just, if I was in a better mood, I would have. That's all it was. That's my only excuse there. Storm guards still just mincing their way through. The cavalry, we're the sons of the AO. Hello, get back. But yeah, they're coming. Westbrook, yeah. It's still going okay on the right side. We're at 92 for 87. It's not an insurmountable lead that the enemy have over us. It is possible that we can win still, but with about 3,000 frames, it's going to be tricky. Sons of the Eel actually did manage to get engaged with the Dragon Knights. Dragon Knights are generally going to be winning that, but it's mainly just a case of just to kill off a few of them, hold them in place, and make sure that what's left of Sharkan's forces can fight man for man there instead of being charged away at. This is actually going in the favour of the Sons of the Ale. That's pretty cool. That's a really nice looking axe that guy has. Oh damn, poor dude. This guy's got one the same. Oh, I think that was Camel himself that just got taken down. So hey, it's the little victories. The Dragon's Wrath crossbows though, with those big ass swords, I really do like them. I like them in melee. They're quite good in melee. They're going to come in and tip the scales here. General's dropped, but the troops that Rhun has left. Oh, okay. Looks like Hulapuru's general was killed shortly after. Medicilled guard there, going to be doing their best for Sharkan. Jack Daniels coming in with some support into their backs. Varia Catfrick, so you need to change your target to them. Nah, they got that charge in. They were in guard mode, by the way, but no. Grizzly will mince his way through them. Camel's chosen there. I think that's all that's really going on. It's just this slowly dying push from Sharkan. So we'll speed it up to 2 as we get to the end. Oh, nice little flank. As I say, I was kicking myself because this ended up being so close. So much closer than I imagined at the start. As I said, I was close to just leaving the game. I'm really glad I didn't. But there were so many mistakes, and I should have tried better to highlight them. It was mainly how I dealt with the enemy rangers. That was a big goof on my part. I lost far too many men doing that, and also I didn't spot it. But do you remember when I had my Riddermark archers coming around this side, and then I ordered them to go back? Later on in the fight, I accidentally ordered them to come back here again, and they ended up just basically running themselves into this melee blob, and they just died. So that's probably one of my dudes. You know, yeah, so that was basically a full unit of Riddermark archers with a full unit of ammunition. And we'll see how many kills they get at the end of this, because it's not very much, you know. So I don't think that would have changed the tide or anything. But like, say if I had a full unit of Riddermark archers over here, you know, like positioned exactly where Jack Daniels had his, I genuinely think that that could have been a game changer, you know. Yeah, it really could have done a lot, I think. And just if I had been more focused, more on the ball, and really sort of tried to be a bit more like Aguilar in this battle, help Jack Daniels out a bit too, I think that we really could have won that, even with the all Cav army at our side. Because it was close. It was really close. And I'd like to think that we showed that Rohan can be used offensively and defensively in a siege. They aren't just an open field. They aren't just a cavalry faction. They can do a lot more than that. But did we do that successfully? I don't know. We'll just scan through it all for anybody that is interested. So I'll try and do this slowly, but I won't be going through everybody's kills individually. I'll just really be going for my own. So that's Jack Daniels there. This is Sharkan's, and this is Aguilar. Hopefully that comes across looking okay. Then I'm sure you can pause it if you need to. So my Helm's Hammers there, they had to do a lot of pushing, and they fought against a lot of the Storm Guards, so I'm happy enough with their kills. The Medicild Guard they did get all of their javelins off, and then they had to fight some nice guys. Shield Maidens there, you really want more than 84 kills from the Shield Maidens in this sort of scenario, so that was a bit of a misstep for me. But 124, yeah, sure, I'm okay with that. Westmark Marshals, both of them got targeted by the crossbows, so that's why, unfortunately. Westmark Infantry, 121, not bad. I'm happy enough with that. 78-4, yeah, okay, I'd want more, but you know, a siege attack, you're good to get what you get. Westmark Spears, pretty nice. You know, for a spearman, that spear malice, but good bit of pushing from them. The Riddermark Axemen definitely want more than 15, but this unit broke quite badly, it seems. 54 I'd be accepting of. 38 is a little bit too low for me. Eastmark Spears, happy enough with 30 kills from them. Yeah, fair enough. Like, they got their javelins out against the front of that Flag Rim force, just kind of weakened them up, and then backed up the Westmark Marshals they were fighting alongside, I think. So that was pretty. Oh, Westmark Infantry that they were fighting alongside. Yeah, sorry. Helminga's 123, very nice. 58, sure, yeah, it'd be that way sometimes. It's 7, so you can see that could have been. I genuinely think that I could have gotten at least like 60 with that. Now, would 60 more kills have been a game changer? I don't think so, but it would have done something. My Riddermark Skirmishers as well, I was a bit goofy with them. I got a little bit overexcited at the charge, but no. Anything else that we want to look at? Let's go for Aguilar's Catapult. How did you do with that? 199. Nice. Good. But no, everything else. Yeah, you can see it if you want to. Hulapur, as I said, just, you know, that is what it is. I definitely raged at him a lot in this battle report, which is not the way that I like to do these reports, but I wanted to really emphasize how I was feeling in the battle, because it's an important thing to keep in mind. Like, I do like to try and make myself a better player and try and hopefully help everybody else become a better player. And I talked about it in one of Scout's podcasts, but you know, that like keeping yourself in a positive mindset, because when I did get into this positive mindset, I was kicking some ass, and you know, you can see Aguilar absolutely carrying us through with 130. 1,368. If we had all tried our best, you know, to sort of follow Aguilar's lead, you know, this would have been a stomp. But yeah. Anyway, so that's why I was a bit mean to Hulapur. I was wanting to be in the mindset that I was in during the battle. So sorry about that. You know, don't be mean to Hulapur. Myself there, happy enough with the amount of kills generally. Got a few prisoners too, that's nice to see. Jack Daniels there, just new guy, really should have helped him out a bit more, but all in all, certainly not bad for one of the first few games. We didn't see it as well. He got minced by a bloody Dragon's Breath shot, but he kept pushing on, he kept working hard, so that was nice. Sharkan there, yeah, really tried to carry it through with that final charge, and I think it went alright. Just unfortunate with the Dragon's Breath, but this is a tough map for the Dragon's Breath. And then Aguilar there, yeah, I talked all the way through about how appreciative I was with Aguilar. I think I mentioned that in my comment of Umad's video. It was just fantastic, really. Then Tommy there, Tommy and Grizzly, they were fighting side by side really quite well together. So a lot of the time you couldn't really tell which is which. But all in all, great army compositions from both of them. Great use of the Cav from Tommy. Riders of the Wain, yeah, good stuff. Or Brother of the Wain, sorry. Very well utilized. Cole there, as I say, we shouldn't have allowed him to play Rhun. I think, you know, it was, yeah. But hey, it is what it is. I just think if it had been 3 canned armies, I think this would have been a win. Even with Hulapur's army, I think we would have won if it was 3 cans. But we will never know. Anyway, so thank you guys very much for sitting through my my rage-filled battle. Right, bye.